Good afternoon and welcome to this live presentation of Oregon 6A softball on TableRockSports.net. I'm Jim McCoy. Joining me here shortly on the camera, Mikhail will be coming in and we'll be bringing you all the action today. Looking forward to it. It's going to be quite a matchup between a pair of the top teams in the Southwest Conference. Both teams with just one loss in a very competitive league this year. And today we're going to bring you both ends of the doubleheader between the Lady Cavers and the Black Tornado. The starting lineups being introduced. And what I'll go ahead and do at the moment is give you the starting lineup for both teams. Pull up our lineup cards here. For the Grants Pass Lady Cavers, their batting order is going to look like this. Leading off and pitching will be Kuykendall. She'll be followed by Meekum playing second base. Montejano will play shortstop and bat third, while Mowry, the third baseman, will bat cleanup. The designated player is McCall, batting fifth, followed by the left fielder, Isabel Pogue. Provolt will play right field and hit seventh. Batting eighth will be the catcher, Morales. And hitting ninth will be Yonser, the center fielder. Manuel plays first base today, and she is the flex player. So as of the moment, she is not in the batting order. Looking at the lineup for the North Medford Black Tornado, it'll be Miley Hamlin leading off and playing left field. Malia Taylor follows her in the order. Natalie Tascala has the number 3 spot. And hitting fourth will be the third baseman, Becca Tuivano. Callie Raines will follow her in the batting order, followed by Julia Edwards. Then we have J.C. Russell Tyler. And then Kaylin Russell Tyler. And then in the 9th spot will be Sadie Hall. The two teams are lined up along the first and third base lines. On the third base line, you've got the Cavers in blue. And along the first base line, the Black Tornado in white. We're going to take a quick timeout and be back here on Table Rock Sports.
Luxurious Karastan flooring. The flooring you need to live beautifully. It's time to enjoy savings with style during the National Karastan Month Journey into Savings event. Right now, save up to $2,000 and pay no interest for 12 full months with your qualifying purchase. Experience the luxury of Karastan exclusively at both Lippert's Carpet One locations, Medford and Grants Pass.
Don't miss the President's Day sales event at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great inventory of new Jeep Gladiator and Grand Cherokee 4x4 models in stock now. Or test drive a new 25 Ram 1500 4x4. Shop online today with our online process to calculate your own payment, whether it's a lease, finance, or cash payment. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Enjoy Abby's Pizza at your place. Close your eyes and you can taste old-fashioned values, classic pizza parlor decor, and generations of tradition. Recreate that magic. Open your eyes and head to abbys.com. With pickup and delivery options, no matter where you dine, Abby's just tastes better.
When you work with Hart Insurance Agency, you'll experience the quality service and attention to detail that you'll only find with an independent insurance agency. Hart Insurance Agency was founded in 1947 and is one of the largest independent, locally owned agencies in Southern Oregon, with offices in Grants Pass and Medford. Their experienced team of agents have the knowledge to design, place, and to manage your personal and business insurance plans. Find out more. Visit hartinsurance.com.
This is Skinny, and he helped found Abby's 60 years ago. In honor of Skinny, we're putting his favorite pizza on sale. Savory pizza sauce, Canadian bacon piled to the edge, and juicy tomatoes make this a very special pizza. Order your Skinny special right now at
Here at Larry Binney Field at North Medford High School. Beautiful day for softball. We got the clouds and the sun playing peekaboo right now. Forecasted high for today will be 69 degrees. We're going to bring you both ends of the doubleheader on this stream. Coming into the doubleheader today in what is turning out to be a very deep Southwest Conference this year. Grants Pass, Roseburg, and North Medford all tied for first with one loss on the season. Grants Pass has played one more game than have the Indians and the Black Tornado. Grants Pass at 5-1. The Black Tornado and Roseburg at 4-1 in conference action, followed by Sheldon at 4-3. South Medford, who handed the Cavers their first loss of the season in league play. They're sitting at 3-4. Then it's Willamette and South Eugene bringing up the rear. Getting set to lead off for the Cavers will be the starting pitcher, Brooklyn Kuykendall, sophomore, lefty hitter. First pitch, in low, as Kuykendall gets ahead of Julia Edwards. Edwards, sophomore, right-hander, winds, fires. Pitch low as the count goes 2-0. Kuykendall, you want your leadoff hitter to try to somehow get on base any way they can. Walk, hit by a pitch, or the base hit. Here, she'll take the stroll, move on down to first base. So Kuykendall draws the leadoff walk and gives a runner for McKinley Meekum, freshman, playing second base. Pitch popped up in the air, going back, closing the mid on it. North Medford catcher catching the pop-up, and there's one gone. And that'll bring up Maddie Montejano in that 3 spot. Ball hit in the air to center field. Catch made by Russell Tyler. Throw off target back to first. So Kuykendall will advance to scoring position with 2 gone. JC Russell Tyler playing center field. Pitch from Edwards. Ends up nicking Mowry. So now we got runners at first and second with 2 gone. And Antonia McCall. McCall hits a comeback to the hill. Edwards has a little trouble with it, but throws over to first. And that will retire the side. So for the Cavers, no runs, no hits, and no errors by the Black Tornado. We'll take a quick timeout, and when we return, we'll be back with the home half of the first inning right after these messages. Back here at Larry Binney Field. North Medford will come to the plate and try to go to work against Brooklyn Kuykendall, the left-hander. Hamlin, leadoff hitter for the game, hits the ball down to second base. Meekum throws it across. There to reel it in is the first baseman, Manuel, and there's 1 gone. Four to 3 on the play. That'll bring up Malia Taylor. Taylor will hit the ball into right field. Running over, trying to make a play on it, and it's in fair territory. And it'll land out, and Taylor motors around the bases, dives into third. So North Medford takes advantage. And Taylor's there for Tiscala. Pitch from Kuykendall. Bouncing ball down to third. Looks the runner back. Throw across the infield is in time. 5 to 3 on the play. And that'll bring up Becca Tuivanu playing third base. Transfer from Cascade Christian. Right-handed power hitter. Looks at a strike. As Kuykendall gets ahead. Taylor, the runner at third. Pitch low. That'll even it up at 1-1. Bex looks that in. Gets ahead in the count, 2-1. Here comes the pitch, swing and a miss. As we're positioned here in right field, I think she was looking our way. Took a mighty cut at that. So count even up now at 2-2 with 2 gone. Pitch low as the count runs full at 3-2. Kuykendall winds, fires, comes to the plate. Tuivano works the good at bat there. Draws the walk. So now we have runners at the corners with 2 gone. Kaylee Raines, the hitter, playing first base today. Lashes that one foul. Count 0-1. Ground ball hit down to third. Throw in the dirt. Can't get the runner. Taylor comes home. To give North Medford the 1-0 lead. Ball falls in, right field, base hit. Tuivano going to come in, and the throw off line, she scores a run. Tuivano comes home. And on the play, now they're going to go ahead and bring in a courtesy runner for Edwards. So we got a runner at second now, 2 gone. 2-0 ball game. The runner at second for North, that is Riley Smalley. Pitch, lashed foul. Bouncing ball hit down to second base. And they get the runner, J.C. Russell Tyler, and that will retire the side. But not before North Medford picks up a pair of runs. They'll go to the top of the second with a 2-0 lead, and we'll be back with more softball action here on TableRockSports.net.
In the heart of the Rogue Valley, RVTD connects us all, not just through miles traveled, but also through time. With renewable technologies and more convenient ways to get around, RVTD's building a future that keeps our region connected. Public transportation isn't just about getting from here to there. It's about the journey, past, present, and future. Rogue Valley Transportation District, celebrating 50 years of moving our community forward.
Don't miss the President's Day sales event at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great inventory of new Jeep Gladiator and Grand Cherokee 4x4 models in stock now. Or test drive a new 25 Ram 1500 4x4. Shop online today with our online process to calculate your own payment, whether it's a lease, finance, or cash payment. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Back to action. Isabella Pogue gets aboard to lead off the top of the second for the Cavers. Sends that one down the left field line. Now coming to the plate, Sabian Provolt. Looks at a ball and gets ahead 1-0 against the pitcher Edwards, working with a little wind in her sails with the 2-run lead. So the plate is a strike. Pogue looking like the threat to steal. They'll be keeping their eye on her. Show bunt, and that is hit foul. One and two the count to Provolt, playing right field. Right-handed hitter, even stance. Next pitch. And that makes contact with the hitter. So the tying run is aboard as Pogue moves down to second. Yonser, the number 9 hitter in the order, playing center field today, is at the dish. The Black Tornado infield for you. We got Rains at first. Playing second is Kaylin Russell Tyler. Over at third is Becca Tuivanu. First pitch goes for a ball. Hadn't got a look at the North Medford shortstop's jersey yet to identify her. Throw down to first on the bunt play. The sacrifice well executed. So that will move Provolt into scoring position at second. Pogue, the runner now at third. Actually, I got ahead of the game here a little bit on my lineup card. Actually, it's Provolt down at second. And the hitter here is Yonser. Bunted foul. We update the scoreboard here. Count goes 0-2. Yonser, left-handed hitter. Pitch to the plate. Fouled to the screen. The count remains at 0-2. swing and a miss. Down goes Yonser. And there's two gone. So go to the top of the order. Kuykendall walked her first time up. Hits the ball in the air to shallow center field. Trying to make the play is Russell Tyler. She can't not haul it in. So a run will score on the play as the Cavers make it a 2-1 ball game. Actually, another run had come home, so that'll make it 2-2. So Kuykendall aboard. Provolt and Pogue come home. And now the hitter is Meekum. Meekum popped up the catcher first time up. So now we're knotted up at twos here in the second inning. Backdoor throw down to first. She gets back in time. With the hitter, count is 2-0. Runner at first. And now we got a base hit. Station to station they go as Meekum hits the single. And Kuykendall motors into second for Montejano. Montejano, first at bat. Hit the ball to center field on the fly out. Go ahead run in scoring position. Ball's in the dirt. So the count 1-0. Montejano, a right-handed hitter, kind of an open stance. She hits a line drive that'll fall into center field. Runner comes around. And a play at the plate. And the run scores. Grant's pass. Gonna have the rally going here. Montejano hitting a nice sinking line drive. Ends up going to second on the play at the plate. Gathering of the brain trust here in the circle for North Medford. Whatever works. So it's a 3-2 ball game with two out here. And again, we got a pair of division leaders battling it out. Mowry to the plate. Fouls it back. Taryn Jr. playing third base. Edwards gets ahead of her in a swing and a miss. Advantage Edwards. The eighth hitter to come to the plate here in the inning. Pitch fouled away. That'll work its way back toward the big tree out just beyond the backstop. North Medford, a busy place today. We can see off to our right North Medford baseball going on. And a line drive smoked down to third, but there to close the glove on it, making the catch is Tuivanu. And that'll do it for the Cavers, who take the lead. It's a 3-2 ball game. We will take a quick timeout and be right back here with more on TableRockSports.net.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
About one or two occasions. Yeah. Back here at Larry Binney Field, we'll go to the bottom of the second. The Black Tornado finding themselves with a one-run deficit. Kaylin Russell Tyler, the hitter. Her first plate appearance of the day. Swing and a miss. As the count goes 1-2. Ball foul just over the roof of the Black Tornado dugout. That'll keep Russell Tyler alive as she leads off the bottom of the second. Hits the ground ball, a little short hop there. Eats up Montejano. And Russell Tyler is aboard. That was a tough one. That just kind of handcuffed her. It would have taken a heck of a play to make it work. Sadie Hall bounces it foul. That'll even up the count at 1-1. We got a runner at first, nobody out. Hall, the number 9 hitter for the Black Tornado, shows bunt. That one gets away and down to second base. The tying run in the form of Kaylin Russell Tyler is in scoring position. 1-2 pitch from Kuykendall. Ball hit in the air to right field foul. It hits the top of the fence just beyond the dugout. 1-2 count. Line drive falls into center field. Runner comes around. And we've got a tie game. Sadie Hall with the RBI single. Kaylin Russell Tyler comes around. And we go back to the top of the order. Riley Hamlin rounded out her first plate appearance. So far, this got the makings of a potentially high-scoring affair here. Line drive hit the third, throw back to first. They get the double play, so good heads-up play. Over at third by Mowry. Quick throw over to first. And there's two gone. I mean, I suppose you really couldn't blame the runner Hall, except for some good reflexes there at third by Mowry that had the look of a potential extra base hit. Taylor, the hitter, got aboard on an error in the first and came around and scored the opening run of the ball game. Hits the ball out to right field. And they say that was played in fair territory. Provold has some trouble with it, and now Taylor all the way down to third. Toscala bouncing ball down to second. Meekum, the throw is in time. And that will retire the side. North Medford ends up knotting the game up at 3 apiece. We'll be back with the top of the third following these messages on TableRockSports.net.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Top of the third. Tie ball game at 3-3. Now I got the shortstop properly identified. That's Toscala playing it short to complete our look at the defensive alignment. First pitch from Edwards is low to the leadoff hitter. McCall leading off the third. Bouncing ball to second, to short, thrown down to first. And there's one away. Isabella Pogue who was hit a single and then came around and scored. Gets ahead here, 1-0. Edwards winds, fires, pitch low. Two and 0 the count to the Lady Cavers left fielder. She works a hitter's count here as she's up 3-0 against Edwards. We'll see if the philosophy on her will be to take all the way or swing if she gets a fat one to hit. And she takes there as the count goes 3-1, and that's the more common practice in high school ball. You get up maybe up toward the pros, they might let you take a swing at it if you think you've got it. Here, Edwards working from behind, runs the count full at 3-2. And Pogue draws the bases on balls. She'll make her way down to first. So the potential go-ahead run on board with one down. And that'll bring up Provolt. She was hit by a pitch the first time up and came around and scored. Edwards comes to the plate. There's a strike. Let's get that John L. Scott scoreboard updated for you. It's 1-1 the count to the hitter Provolt. Morales, the catcher, on deck. Edwards, the pitch. Popped up behind the plate. And the count goes 1-2. That pitch up high. Even things up at 2-2. Runner safe down at first. After the strikeout of the hitter Provolt. And that'll bring up Morales, who hit a big sacrifice in the first. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. Oh, and 1 to the count to the right-handed hitter. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. And Pogue can scoot, so that's fun. You have to see what we'll get there. And Morales is gone. So for the Cavers, no runs, no hits, a walk, and a pair of strikeouts by Edwards. We'll take a quick timeout and we'll be back with the home half of the third inning right after these messages.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you. Former athletes.
Parents.
Community members.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes and stripes. People like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Okay, our apologies for the technical difficulty. What we can tell you is we've got runners at second and third. So scoring opportunities here for the Black Tornado. 2 down in the inning. 1-2 the count to the hitter. And soft line drive there. The hitter, Kalen Russell Tyler. And that'll do it for the Black Tornado. They had a couple of runners aboard, but they leave them on, and it remains a tie ball game at 3 apiece. As you can see here on your John L. Scott scoreboard, we'll take a quick timeout, and then we'll be back with more action here on TableRockSports.net.
For over 50 years, each day has started with a smile, a helping hand, and a promise to be there when you need us most. Delivering on that promise are our hard-working, dedicated employees. At Sherms, we're proud to be an essential part of our community and look forward to keeping our selection, quality, and value where our customers deserve for many years to come. Sherms Food for Less and Thunderbird Market.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Yonser will lead off the top of the 4th for the Cavers. First pitch in the dirt from Edwards. Is Yonser, the left-handed hitter, gets ahead here. Edwards comes to the plate. Pitch inside. Shows bunt to Ivano, throwing down to first. There, making the play at first is Kalen Russell Tyler. Would appear to be in disagreement on that play. To Ivano with a good throw, but ruled not quite in time. So to the top of the order we go. Kuykendall. Kuykendall has walked and scored a run. With nobody out, we've got a runner at first. See if the sacrifice is on or not. Edwards from the bump. Pitch low. One and 0 the count here. Tie ball game, 3-3. Line drive. Hit in the air, and that will go wide of the left field line. Count 1-1 to Kuykendall. She lays down the bunt. Pounds it into the dirt as the count goes 1-2. Edwards. Ground ball down to second. And that throw wide of Tascala as they tried to get the lead runner. And Kuykendall gets aboard. So Yonser safe at second. And Meekum singled and popped up today. So she's 1 for 2. Nobody out. Go ahead run in scoring position. Here's the pitch, ball hit in the air to left field. Closing in on it and making the play is Hamlin. And there's one gone. Montejano, 1 for 2 on the day. Runners stay where they are. So we got runners at first and second. One gone. Montejano playing shortstop. Ball hit in the air to left field. Throw down to second. So now there's 2 gone. As Hamlin has had a busy 4th inning. And here's Mowry. Hit by a pitch and line to third. Pitch down low. Yonser thought about taking off, but North Medford catcher Sadie Hall doing a good job to keep it in front of her. 1-0 pitch. There's a strike to even things up at 1-1. Chamber of Commerce kind of day here in Southern Oregon. Blue skies, little scattered clouds here and there. Pitch in the dirt, throw down to third, and she's safe. So Yonser gets in underneath the tag. The runners advance. They got Kuykendall down at second, the trailing runner. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Oop. Big pitch coming. 2-2 with 2 gone. Game knotted up at 3. Ball popped up in the air. Hall going to try to make a play on it, and she does. That will end the Caver threat here in the top of the 4th. It remains a 3-all ball game on your John L. Scott scoreboard. We'll be back after these messages on TableRockSports.net.
Luxurious Karastan flooring. The flooring you need to live beautifully. It's time to enjoy savings with style during the National Karastan Month Journey into Savings event. Right now, save up to $2,000 and pay no interest for 12 full months with your qualifying purchase. Experience the luxury of Karastan exclusively at both Lippert's Carpet One locations, Medford and Grants Pass.
Don't miss the President's Day sales event at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great inventory of new Jeep Gladiator and Grand Cherokee 4x4 models in stock now. Or test drive a new 25 Ram 1500 4x4. Shop online today with our online process to calculate your own payment, whether it's a lease, finance, or cash payment. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Run it where there's been The weather's been sunny, and then there's been times where it's been pouring down rain. Leading off the fourth inning as we return to action, Sadie Hall. What gets through. So the leadoff runner aboard for the Black Tornado in the fourth. Then we go to the top of the order. And Hamlin. Hamlin, 0 for 2 on the day. Couple of big catches for the Black Tornado in the last half inning. Cavers had a good threat going. Hamlin lays the bunt down. That rolls foul as the count goes 0-1. Chris Campbell looking like he's opting for small ball here as they try to untie the knot here. And again, we're going to keep this stream going after game one is over. We're going to bring you both ends of this twin bill. Now, pitch goes back to the screen. That gets away. And looks like we've got a pinch runner here for the catcher. Hall, wearing number 30 for North Medford. 1-1 count. And the go-ahead run in scoring position. Running for the Black Tornado, Bree Billups. Bouncing ball hit down to short. Throw across the infield. Not in time. So Hamlin showing off some wheels there. Billups advances to third, so we got runners at the corners. And that'll bring up the North Medford right fielder, Malia Taylor. Runner will take off. Now a play at third, and they got her. So a heads-up defensive play by the Cavers. Hamlin had taken off, and so they are momentarily preoccupied with her. And then Hall took off. Quick throw down there, and they take out the lead runner, although the go-ahead run now is in scoring position for Taylor. Taylor ahead in the count, 2-0. Now there's one gone in the inning. Pitch high. 3-0. First base open. Okay, and we welcome you back. A little bit of heat-related challenges today. But right now, what we can tell you as we bring the John L. Scott scoreboard up again, that North Medford extending their lead. It is now an 8-3 ball game, 2-2 with 2 out. And we've got Toscala down at second base. So the Black Tornado have picked up a run in this inning. Appreciate your patience as we work through that. Scoreboard-wise, try to bring everything up to date for you, and this is in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2-2 count to Tuivanu. Hits a bouncing ball. That one will get through. Scala comes home. And the Black Tornado lead 9-3. Or Tuivanu, that is her third RBI of the first game. So these two teams knotted up along with Roseburg for first place in the Southwest Conference. Kaylee Raines to the dish. The left-hander, Kuykendall, pitch high. 2-0 the count. Runner at first with 2 gone. Fouled away. So the Black Tornado, after scoring 2 in the first, pick up a run to answer the 3-run rally by the Cavers in the second. Then a 4-run outburst in the fourth. And score a pair of runs here to make it a 9-3 ball game. And right now, Black Tornado soaring along. They'll have game 2 after this, and we will be bringing that your way. Count full to Raines with Tuivanu, the runner, on first. Payoff pitch. Ground ball between third and short. Little cue shot. Moves Tuivanu into scoring position. And that'll bring up the pitcher, Edwards. Got a runner coming into second for Becca Tuivanu. And that runner is Reese Drysdale. So she comes in at second base. Pitch low. 1-0 the count. So got Drysdale at second. Edwards. Actually, that's Raines at first. And over to our right, we just see that looks like the game is just now wrapping up, the baseball game between North and Henley. Play at first, and that will end the inning, but not before the Black Tornado end up picking up a couple of runs to make it a 9-3 ball game. We'll be back with the top of the sixth right after these messages.
Luxurious Karastan flooring. The flooring you need to live beautifully. It's time to enjoy savings with style during the National Karastan Month Journey into Savings event. Right now, save for 12 full months with your qualifying purchase. Experience the luxury of Karastan exclusively at both Lippert's Carpet One locations, Medford and Grants Pass.
Don't miss the President's Day sales event at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great inventory of new Jeep Gladiator and Grand Cherokee 4x4 models in stock now. Or test drive a new 25 Ram 1500 4x4. Shop online today with our online process to calculate your own payment, whether it's a lease, finance, or cash payment. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Over there. And welcome back to Larry Benny Field. We'll go to the top of the 6th inning. North Medford up by 6. Game 1 of a 2-game set today. Edwards cruising along, but this Grants Pass team, we know they can put runs on the board, and leading off will be Yonser, the center fielder. Edwards pitch, swing and a miss. Oh, and 1 the count, so it'll be Yonser back to the top of the order with Kuykendall and Meekum. Pitch right down Broadway as Edward gets ahead. Got a little bit of breeze blowing in, and we'll gladly take that. Take a little bit of the edge off. Telling my camera operator, Mikhail, as I came in this morning, driving in from Central Point, probably about 10:15, 10:20 this morning, had a few moments of rain. I thought, uh-oh, some kind of a different problem. But fortunately, came back out of Albertsons. The rain was gone. The sun was coming up. Well, you know Southern Oregon, if you lived here any length of time, sometimes we get all 4 seasons in one day. There's a strike. And that will send Yonser back to the Grants Pass bench. Top of the order we go to Kuykendall. She scored a run today, and she's seen some time on the base paths between a walk and getting aboard on an error a couple of times. First pitch in the dirt. As Edwards goes to work against her opposite. Ground ball hit down to second. And Kaylin Russell-Tyler throws over to first. 2 gone. Meekum, the hitter. Meekum 1 for 3 on the day. Popped up the catcher. Singled in the second. And flied out to left in the 4th. Let's try to get something going here with 2 gone in the 6th. Pitch. Sends the ants scattering, and it's 1-0. Montejano, Grants Pass shortstop, on deck. That pitch low. 2-0 the count. Edwards gets sided in. Runs the count to 2-1. Count level up now at 2-2. Pitch fouled away. That'll keep Meekum alive. 2 gone in the inning. Edwards winds, fires. Count full. At 3-2. Meekum yanks that one foul. Count stays 3-2. So Meekum working a good at-bat here. I'm looking at the schedule on OSAA. Looked like today's doubleheader between South Medford and Willamette at Willamette has been postponed today. Meanwhile, Roseburg, who's a part of that three-way tie in first, is taking on a South Eugene team that has had its struggles today. Meekum ends up drawing the walk, so the Cavers have a runner with 2 gone. Matty Montejano, 1 for 3 on the day. And those 2 outs have been of the loud variety. Montejano with fly out to center, fly out to left, and then hit a single in the second. Edwards comes to the plate, and that one will end up rolling foul. Count 0-2. The runner on first. Grants Pass trying to get a rally going here in the top of the 6th. Oh-2 pitch from Edwards, hit on the ground, down to second, flip to Scala, and that will end the inning. So the Cavers get a runner aboard, not able to do anything with it. We'll take a quick timeout and be back with the bottom of the 6th right after these messages on TableRockSports.net. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Awesome. You guys have a good afternoon. All right. Thanks, Kyle. So we just got a report on North Medford baseball, a 2-1 victory for the Black Tornado. All the scoring coming late in the game, and thanks to Kyle Clements bringing by a backup hot spot in case ours starts to overheat again. Here, Montejano takes over in the circle for Kuykendall. Montejano had been playing shortstop. Infield gathers. And you don't see this every day, but Kuykendall, left-hander playing shortstop. Typically, your lefties, speaking as one myself, hit foul. Usually, you'll put your lefties either at first base or in the outfield. But every once in a great while, if you got somebody who's got the athleticism to handle the pivot on the throw, you'll put them at second or short. And that is what Kuykendall's going to do. That was quite a novelty. I remember back in the 80s with the New York Yankees, Don Mattingly, first baseman, left-handed, ended up taking a couple of turns at second base, and that was a big topic of discussion back in the day, and that was just kind of just on a spot basis, swing and a miss by Taylor. Montejano comes to the plate, pitch high. Full count as we get the scoreboard up to date. Pitch fouled away. I think I remember also right around that decade, there was a first baseman, Mike Squires, who played for the White Sox, who took a couple of games at catcher as a lefty. Ground ball, and Kuykendall, well, you know she's got the arm if she pitches. Has a little bit of trouble with the grounder, but ends up making it a close play. So we got a runner aboard. Here in the bottom of the sixth, and pitch rides inside on Kalen Russell Tyler. Taylor, meanwhile, and actually now in the ball game is Nye Muhammad, and she's down to third. Now she goes running around the bases, and not sure what that's all about. Because she's down a second, then ends up running down to third, and next thing you know, she runs off, and I don't know whether there was something illegal on the running play. I like to think I know my rules pretty well, but now the Black Tornado have an out inning, so that she had been called out. Meanwhile, got a full count. Ball popped up on the infield. That one ends up out of play. Count 3-2 with one gone. Pitch high. And we've got a runner on. So one down. Runner at first. Montejano. Next, the hitter, Sadie Hall. So now we got runners at first and second with one gone. And due up will be Hamlin. Back to the top of the order for the Black Tornado. Leading in the ball game, 9-3. Possibility of more. Defensively, we see a change for the Cavers over in right field. Pogue has moved over from left. Coach Bellum going to his bench. Lay the bunt play down. Throw down to first. And it's not in time. That'll load the bases. So Hamlin, she's shown some of her foot speed in this game, and load him up now. Taylor, the hitter. That one on the late swing, just wide of the first base line. Count 0-1 with one gone here. And this one will sneak through, base hit. Pogue will field it, throw it. We got runners coming around. And now it is a 10-3 ball game. Toscala, the hitter. Runners at the corners with one gone. Hall, the runner at third. 0-1 pitch. That one will fall in for a base hit. A run comes home. Making it 11-3. Looking it up earlier today, Grants Pass, their last victory against the Black Tornado in softball, came back on April 16th, 2022. Bouncing ball by Tuivanu. Works its way through for a base hit, and that'll load them up once again. Kaylee Rains looks at a strike as the count goes 0-1. And that looks like out in left field is Molly Lohman. As I mentioned earlier, Pogue moving over to right field. One pitch. Laced foul. 1-2 with one gone. Get the score updated. It is now 12-3. Ball is the call to level it out at 2-2. Pitch high. Catcher loses the handle on it, and another run comes home. So that makes it a 10-run ball game. And North Medford takes game one of the Twin Bill. As they scored a 13-3 victory. North remains with just one loss in the league campaign, while the Cavers, coming off the loss, their first of the season in the Southwest Conference, now have lost 2 in a row. Edwards ends up picking up the victory in the circle. Kuykendall, the starting pitcher, absorbs the loss. We will go ahead and take a break right here. And we're going to have game 2 for you coming up in about 25 minutes. The Black Tornado and the Cavers. And again, our hats off to both teams. We had a back and forth affair. It started out with North Medford taking the 2-run lead in the first, 2-0, and then Grants Pass answered back and took the lead for a bit at 3-2. Then North tied it up with a single run. And then after a scoreless third inning, the Black Tornado, who seemed to have gotten settled in, outburst for 4 runs in the fourth, 2 runs in the fifth, and 4 runs in the sixth. So we're going to take a timeout right now, and we'll be back here in about 20 minutes or so for the second game of today's doubleheader, and we thank you for joining us. Welcome, sports fans, as we get ready for Game 2 of a doubleheader in 6A Girls Softball Southwest Conference. The North Medford Black Tornado and the Grants Pass Lady Cavers. Earlier game, if you are here on the stream watching down the line, you're a North Medford fan, you like the result of 13-3 victory. And now the Black Tornado, who are at least in theory, as of the moment, in a first-place tie with Roseburg. Game underway. Malia Baker on the hill. Gets the leadoff hitter. Kuykendall to ground out. So there's one down. And that'll bring up Meekum playing second base. Malia Baker starting game 2. Sophie Edwards started game 1. Sophie will remain in the lineup as a designated player. Baker, pitch in the dirt as Meekum gets ahead 2-1. Game started out, game 1, as a back and forth affair before the Black Tornado put up 4 runs on the board in the fourth and 5 in the fifth. Bouncing ball hit wide of third. 2-2 the count. So the batting order for the Cavers will look like this. We saw Kuykendall, Meekum, Montejano. The shortstop will be the number 3 hitter. Next pitch, popped up the short. And there to make the play is Tascala. And they're 2 down. So game 2 just getting underway. Good eye by Montejano. She'll get ahead of Baker. Infield for the Black Tornado, Rains. Kalen Russell Tyler to Scala. And as a matter of fact, Russell Tyler fields the ground ball. Throw over to first is in time. And no runs, no hits, no errors. We'll be back with the bottom of the first after these messages on TableRockSports.net.
Luxurious Karastan flooring. The flooring you need to live beautifully. It's time to enjoy savings with style during the National Karastan Month Journey into Savings event. Right now, save up to $2,000 and pay no interest for 12 full months with your qualifying purchase. Experience the luxury of Karastan exclusively at both Lippert's Carpet One locations, Medford and Grants Pass.
Don't miss the President's Day sales event at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great inventory of new Jeep Gladiator and Grand Cherokee 4x4 models in stock now. Or test drive a new 25 Ram 1500 4x4. Shop online today with our online process to calculate your own payment, whether it's a lease, finance, or cash payment. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Black Tornado come to the plate in the home half of the first. It'll be Hamlin followed by Taylor and Tascala. Tuivano will hit cleanup. Rains in the 5 spot, and bouncing ball sneaks through for Hamlin. First hit of the game, first runner of the game for the Black Tornado. And that'll bring up Malia Taylor. Taylor hits the ball in the air. Kind of short hops on the right fielder, McCall. Hamlin comes motoring into third. And Taylor with the stand-up double. So we got runners at second and third. Nobody out. Natalie Tascala, the hitter. Opening pitch goes for a strike. So yeah, Hamlin, Taylor, Tascala, Tuivano, followed by Rains, Edwards, J.C. Russell Tyler, Kalen Russell Tyler, and then Hall will catch. The flex player and pitching is Malia Baker. Bouncing ball hit the short. Stopped by Montejano. Couldn't quite smother it. And a run comes home to make it a 1-0 ball game. Back at Tuivano, the cleanup hitter, playing third base. Pitch low. Runner goes. And Tascala moves into scoring position. Now as we have runners at second and third. Second and third, nobody out. 1-0 ball game. To Ivano, going to see what she can do to help build that big early lead. There, got your John L. Scott scoreboard up to date. 2-0 the count. Again, nobody out with runners at second and third. Swing and a miss. To Ivanu, who helped instrumental in that win for the Black Tornado. Hit a 2-run double early in the game to give the Black Tornado in the lead at a point in time when the game was tied up at 3 apiece. So that 13-3 score not reflective of how the game started out. Ball hit down to second. They're going to have a play at the plate. Not in time. Meekum trying to make a play there. Throw comes in late. So that'll bring another run home for the Black Tornado as they lead 2-0 with runners at first and third. Tascala at third, to Ivano at first. Kaylee Raines playing first base. Pitch low, gets away from the catcher. And arriving home in time is Tascala to make it a 3-0 ball game. To Ivano in scoring position, down at second. Pitch in the dirt, and again it gets away from the catcher, Morales. So to Ivano, just 90 feet away, as Raines endeavors to bring her home. Swing and a miss. Count at 2-2, nobody out. Ball hit in the air, gets over the head of the center fielder. Ivanu comes home. And Raines is into second with a stand-up double. Ivanu comes home. Black Tornado 4-0 lead. Still nobody out. Ground ball hit to second. Montejano throws over to first. Throw is in time. And there's one gone. So Raines remains at second. Edwards on the ground out. And J.C. Russell Tyler, center fielder, right-handed hitter. Hits a ground ball. Short to first. They try to get the runner at third. They do not. Nice attempt at it, though. And there are two down. So a pair of groundouts here. And there's Kaylin Russell Tyler. She'll foul it off as the count goes 0-1. Raines, the runner at third. On deck is Sadie Hall. Pitch high. That goes back to the screen, but the runner Raines will remain at third. One and one the count. 2 gone. 4-0 ball game here in the bottom of the first. Pitch low. So Roseburg in action today, taking on South Eugene. And Kaylin ends up taking it in the left arm. That one hurt. And she's going to try to shake that off. And she's a gamer, and she's going to go ahead and stay in the game. She'll go to first base, and now we have runners at first and third with 2 gone in the inning. Kuykendall, that one hit through the infield it goes. Run comes home. Kaylin will hold up at third. And it's a 5-0 ball game. So Sophie Hall with the RBI single. They've batted around, and Hamlin, who started off the game with a single and scored, hits for the second time this inning. We got a courtesy runner in for Hall, the catcher. Pitch high, runner will take off. Play at second. And the runner for North Medford, that's number 15, Riley Smalley, takes second. Ball hit in the air, and that ends up over the roof of the Caver dugout. So we'll update this, and we've got second and third with 2 gone. Kuykendall delivers the pitch. Hamlin hits it foul. Take the count at 0-2. Kuykendall started the opener of this doubleheader. Trying to put an end to the early Black Tornado outburst. And she gets the strike there. And that'll retire the side. For the Black Tornado, 5 runs on 6 hits. We'll be back with the top of the second here on TableRockSports.net.
For over 50 years, each day has started with a smile, a helping hand, and a promise to be there when you need us most. Delivering on that promise are our hard-working, dedicated employees. At Sherms, we're proud to be an essential part of our community and look forward to keeping our selection, quality, and value where our customers deserve for many years to come. Sherms Food for Less and Thunderbird Market.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Yeah. We go to the top of the second. North Medford winding their sails with the 5-0 lead. It'll be Mowry, McCall, and Pogue to open the third for the Lady Cavers. Bouncing ball hit down to third to Ivano. Lollipop across the infield. Is in time, and there's one gone. Five to 3 on the play. Here's Antonia McCall. She was a designated player in the opening game, and she's in playing right field in the second. Pitch high. Hall, I should say Baker, comes to the plate. That one fouled off as McCall stays alive here in the at-bat. Cavers looking for their first runner of the game. Ball hit in the air, and there it is. Right center field base hit. Fielding it is Taylor. Grants Pass with their first hit of the game. Actually, that's Mowry at second base. Okay, now our scoreboard's up to date. So Mowry, the runner at second. McCall is the hitter now. Count even at 1-1. So the Cavers get the leadoff runner aboard. McCall ahead here in the count. Now the count even as McCall fouls that one away. McCall with Pogue on deck. A pitch. Contact off the bat of McCall. She'll stay alive as Grants Pass looks for their first run of the second game. Baker comes to the plate. Ball hit in the air. That'll drop in left field. Base hit. So now we got runners at first and third as that drops in. Isabel Pogue playing left field. Looks at a pitch high as the count goes 1-0. Nobody out in the inning. Ball hit in the air to center field. Lining it up, making the catch is Russell Tyler. Mowry comes home to score. Make it a 5-1 ball game. So the sacrifice fly brings the first run of the game home for the Cavers. Kailani Manuel, who was the flex player in the first game as the first baseman, will get to do some hitting in this game as she promptly gets ahead 1-0. Runner on first. Baker winds, fires, pitch low. Two and one the count to Manuel. Morales, the catcher, on deck. That pitch low as the count goes 3-1. Cavers with some signs of life, scoring their first run of the ball game. They got a runner at first. 3-1 pitch. Ball hit in the air. That'll go out of play. Over the bleachers and out. Full count. Baker starting this game. Sophie Edwards going the distance in the opener. Here comes the pitch, swing and a miss. Baker with the big K, and there's two gone. And here's the catcher, Morales. Right-handed hitter awaits the pitch. Looks that in for a ball as she gets ahead. Clear skies today here in Medford. Line drive hit the center field. That'll drop in for the base hit. Morales with the two-out single. McCall advances to second. Haley Onser, center fielder. Number 9 hitter in the order. Pitch catches the inside corner for a strike. McCall in scoring position at second. Just ahead of Morales at first. Pitch low. Hall keeps it in front of her. One pitch from Baker. Off target as Yonser gets ahead. Outfield playing relatively shallow. Lays down the bunt. It's foul. Everything remaining in place here. Runners at first and second with 2 gone in the inning. North jumping out to the 5-1 lead. And there's a strike. And that will finish the threat in the top of the second. Grants Pass picks up a run on a pair of hits, and we'll be back with the bottom of the second right after these messages.
Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? Want surprisingly great rates on auto, home, and life? Now's the time to call State Farm agent Rory Wold in Medford.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This has been my profession for 30 plus years now. I really love my work. We try to source as many ingredients as we can, as local as possible, like local fruits and vegetables. We have a menu like you would find in any nice restaurant. We don't make it until you order it, so everything will be coming out fresh. We do have wonderful desserts here as well. Every day you have 5 or 6 options as far as a fresh dessert go. People are bringing their friends and family and wanting to show off what we have here to offer.
Come take a tour of Twin Creeks and meet our award-winning.
We just saw there Twin Creeks Retirement, one of our new sponsors here on Table Rock Sports. Glad to have them aboard as part of the lineup to help us continue to stream for you free of charge. Taylor will lead off the second. Kuykendall gets ahead 0-1. Taylor doubled and scored in the first. Took a little something off of that. Kuykendall uses a little finesse to get ahead 0-2. Lefty comes to the plate. Ground ball hit the short. Long throw across the infield. Kind of deep in the hole there for Montejano. Taylor, fleet of foot. Able to leg it out for the infield single. Toscala, Black Tornado shortstop, stands in. She looks at the pitch. And gets ahead. To Ivano on deck. There's a strike. Ball hit down to second. Meekum gets it in time. Toscala grounds out 4-3. Taylor's at second. Back at Tuivanu. Singled and scored in the first. Fouls that one off. So on that ground out, we've got 1 gone in the inning. First base is open. Tuivanu has been mashing it today. Looks at a ball as the count goes 1-1. To Ivano, played last year at Cascade Christian.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
back up again. All right, we're starting back up, as you can see from the main scoreboard here. After got through some technical challenges, it's a 9-4 ball game right now. And now we'll update the John L. Scott scoreboard. We're at the top of the fourth. And the Black Tornado lead by a score of 9-4. Top four, 2-2 with 2 out. Kuykendall, the hitter. And she draws the walk. Definitely see why Coach Bellum has her in that leadoff spot. She's got an outstanding eye. And besides hitting the ball, she does a great job of drawing the walk. Then I'll bring up Meekum. We've got 1 on with 2 gone. Thank you for your patience through all of this. Believe me, if there was a way to not have a technical trouble, we would find a way to do it. But heat and electronics, and it's not all that hot out here, really, but the electronics say otherwise. Pitch high, throw down to first as they try to catch the runner Kuykendall napping, but she gets back in under the tag. So 2-0 to Meekum with 2 gone. Kuykendall, the runner at first. Baker comes to the plate. Pitch fouled away as the count goes 2-1. Second game of a doubleheader, in case you're just tuning into this one. The Black Tornado took the opener 13-3. Ball hits the bag, but rolls away foul. Count now even at 2-2. Baker comes to the plate. Ball hit in the air. That's going to drop in front of Taylor. Throw over to third as they try to get the runner. And they got her. Nice assist there from the right fielder, Malia Taylor. And that will end the inning. So it remains a 9-4 ball game. We'll take a timeout, and we'll be back with the bottom of the fourth right after these messages on TableRockSports.net.
Luxurious Karastan flooring. The flooring you need to live beautifully. It's time to enjoy savings with style during the National Karastan Month Journey into Savings event. Right now, save up to $2,000 and pay no interest for 12 full months with your qualifying purchase. Experience the luxury of Karastan exclusively at both Lippert's Carpet One locations, Medford and Grants Pass.
Don't miss the President's Day sales event at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great inventory of new Jeep Gladiator and Grand Cherokee 4x4 models in stock now. Or test drive a new 25 Ram 1500 4x4. Shop online today with our online process to calculate your own payment, whether it's a lease, finance, or cash payment. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
So 9-4 your score, bottom of the fourth. Sophie Edwards will lead things off against First pitch over for a strike. As the bottom of the fourth gets underway. Pitch in the dirt. So North Medford got off to the hot start, leading 5-0. Then in the second, Grants Pass picked up a run. Then North answered with a run. Now a ground ball, that one on the short hop to Montejano. Unable to control it. So Edwards gets aboard. And here is J.C. Russell Tyler. Oh, and 1 the count. Lays down the bunt, but it'll go foul. As she looks to try to advance the runner Edwards. J.C. Russell Tyler, the hitter. Kaylin Russell Tyler on deck. Pitch now, the throw down to first. Edwards gets back in time. Bouncing ball, hit the short. It'll get through underneath the glove of the shortstop Montejano. So we got runners at first and second for Kaylin Russell Tyler. Kaylin playing second base. Does a little housekeeping around the dish. Stands in. Pitch high, gets away from the catcher, and the runners move up. So now second and third, nobody out. Want to know to Kaylin, she'll hit the ball in the air to shallow right field, but she drops the ball. And a run will score. First I thought we might end up with a play at the plate on a possible sacrifice fly, but McCall ends up having a little trouble with the fly ball there. And so now Kaylin at second base. JC at third, but now Sadie Hall ends up popping up on the infield. And there's one gone. That'll bring Hamlin to the plate. She hits the ground ball to second. Throw over to first is in time. But as she hits it to the right side of the infield, that enables the runner to come home to make it 11-4. So Black Tornado up by 7 here in the bottom of the fourth. That'll bring up Taylor. We got 2 gone in the inning. Kuykendall pours that one in for the strike. And that'll even the count up at 1-1. Line drive, hit to second base. Meekum there to close the glove on it, and that will retire the side. Black Tornadoes score a pair of runs. And I'll update the John L. Scott scoreboard. It is 11-4. We'll be back in 1 minute here on TableRockSports.net.
Enjoy Abby's Pizza at your place. Close your eyes and you can taste old-fashioned values, classic pizza parlor decor, and generations of tradition. Recreate that magic. Open your eyes and head to abbys.com. With pickup and delivery options, no matter where you dine, Abby's just tastes better.
When you work with Hart Insurance Agency, you'll experience the quality service and attention to detail that you'll only find with an independent insurance agency. Hart Insurance Agency was founded in 1947 and is one of the largest independent, locally owned agencies in Southern Oregon, with offices in Grants Pass and Medford. Their experienced team of agents have the knowledge to design, place, and to manage your personal and business insurance plans. Find out more. Visit hartinsurance.com.
This is Skinny, and he helped found Abby's 60 years ago. In honor of Skinny, we're putting his favorite pizza on sale. Savory pizza sauce, Canadian bacon piled to the edge, and juicy tomatoes make this a very special pizza. Order your Skinny special right now at
hopefully we have a little more headroom now. Go to the top of the fifth. Montejano will lead off. She'll be followed by Mowry and McCall. Malia Baker in the circle for game 2. Bouncing ball hit to short. To Scala, the throw in time, and there's one gone. Mowry, the hitter, she scored a run today. It's a bouncing ball across the infield. The throw goes, but I believe that may have been, yeah, it is a foul ball. Tuivano taking no chances, threw it over anyway. Oh, and 1 the count. 1 gone. Top of the 5th. Pitch high and back to the screen. It's 1-1 now. Pitch. Misses the target. Count 2-1. Well, the sun a little bit behind the cloud. To know Southern Oregon weather is to know that you get a little bit of everything on an April day. Thankfully, no mention of rain in the forecast. Mowry ahead in the count now, 3-1. Looking to try to get aboard with 1 out. Ball hit in the air, and the count is full. Payoff pitch from Baker. Ball hit in the air. That one's going to drop in to right center field. Base hit. Mowry aboard. And that'll bring up McCall. McCall in game 2 playing right field. First pitch from Baker, right down Broadway. Count goes 0-1. Baker pitch hit in the air to center field. J.C. Tyler Russell makes the catch, and there's 2 gone. Mowry holds it first. Pogue, left fielder. Pitch goes for a strike, then a throw down to first. Mowry not going anywhere. 0-1 offering on the way. Hit foul. 0-2. Pitch misses as the count goes 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that will retire the side. Score remains 11-4. We'll be back after these messages on TableRockSports.net.
For over 50 years, each day has started with a smile, a helping hand, and a promise to be there when you need us most. Delivering on that promise are our hard-working, dedicated employees. At Sherms, we're proud to be an essential part of our community and look forward to keeping our selection, quality, and value where our customers deserve for many years to come. Sherms Food for Less and Thunderbird Market.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Go to the bottom of the 5th. Get a little bit of everything today. We got an umbrella, wind blowing now, and first world problems. Black Tornado up by 7. And the ball hit in the air to right field. That one's going to drop in. To Scala. Gets aboard. Well, good call on that one, Mikhail. The sun is back. So the leadoff hitter aboard for North Medford. Back at Tuivanu. Hits it hard down to short. They get the lead runner, and Tuivanu gets aboard on the fielder's choice. Montejano stayed on it. Was able to get that lead runner. Bouncing ball hit to the mound. And we had a pinch hitter on that play, Carmen Lozano. Cavers get the lead runner, so we got 2 down now. And now we got Sophie Edwards, the hitter. And when she hits that one, smacks it, goes to the wall. Runner going to come around and scores. It's a 12-4 ball game. So Edwards brings one home with 2-out double. Julia Edwards down at second. Ball hit in the air to right field. And there to make the play is Meekum. North Medford will pick up a run, and we go to the top of the 6th. It's 12-4. We'll be back in 1 minute.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you.
Former athletes, parents, community members, anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes and stripes, people like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Larry Benny Field, top of the 6th. Rand's pass. Up to bat. Working against Malia Baker. Pitch fouled away. As the count goes 0-1. Manuel playing first base, the hitter. This one fouled off. Oh, 0-2 the count. Baker, the pitch. It's low. One and two. See Julia Edwards, who's the designated player in this game, taking some warm-ups down on the pen. Ball hit high in the air to right field. Daly makes the play just in front of us, and there's one gone. Being out here behind the right field fence kind of gives you a little bit of a different perspective. And I like that it's wide open, the shot's wide open, and unlike other places where we'll do games and you have to work behind home plate and you got to try to work through the screen and about the only thing you really miss, like I say, one of the things I like about being behind home plate, you're right in the middle of everything that's going on. You can hear what the home plate umpire is saying and doing, so you feel like you're a little bit more in the loop on certain calls as they come up. But here, it may seem, if you're back at home plate, that things are pretty quiet out here in the outfield, but you get that perspective of what the outfielder sees. And, of course, on those long drives, and we've seen a few of them, you get a really nice perspective on it. Pitch over for a strike, and there's 2 gone. Baker, the pitch. And the hitter gets nicked in the backside, and Provolt, who played right field in the opener, is aboard after being hit by the pitch. 2 gone in the inning. Kuykendall, the hitter, back at the top of the Grants Pass order, gets ahead 1-0. Throw back over to first base. Provolt gets back in plenty of time. Two and 0 to Kuykendall. Grants Pass pitcher. That pitch high and inside as the count goes 3-0. Hitters count for Kuykendall. That one's a strike. 3-1. Pitch low. And Kuykendall, who has a penchant for drawing walks. We don't have stats on Grants Pass, but you got to wonder what her on-base percentage must be between the combination of hits and walks. And frankly, I would not be surprised to find out that perhaps Kuykendall has more walks than hits on the season. This is a second game I've had a chance to watch this team play this weekend. Again, she's very effective at working those long at-bats and showing patience. So now you got runners at first and second. Conference breaks up. And Baker gets ready. Meekum, the hitter. Bouncing ball hit down to third to Ivanu. Steps on the bag. And that will end the Caver threat in the top of the sixth. Stick around. On the other side of this break, we'll have the bottom of the sixth for you on TableRockSports.net.
Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? Want surprisingly great rates on auto, home, and life? Now's the time to call State Farm agent Rory Wold in Medford.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This has been my profession for 30 plus years now. I really love my work. We try to source as many ingredients as we can, as local as possible, like local fruits and vegetables. We have a menu like you would find in any nice restaurant. We don't make it until you order it, so everything will be coming out fresh. We do have wonderful desserts here as well. Every day you have 5 or 6 options as far as the fresh dessert go. People are bringing their friends and family and wanting to show off what we have here to offer.
Come take a tour of Twin Creeks and meet our award-winning...
Bottom of the 6th, Black Tornado up by 8. Leadoff hitter for North Medford, Kaylin Tyler Ross. And she looks at the pitch. And then Kuykendall promptly gets the second one over as it evens up at 1-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Leadoff hitter here. Lohman has come into the ball game to play right field. Provolt is in center. Looks like we got a substitution over in left field. I think that may be Colby Wakefield. Can't get a good look at the number on the uniform there. Ball hit to center field. Gets over the center fielder's head. Coming around, and she's going to run into third. Play at the bag, and she's safe. Kaylin Russell Tyler motors around the bases, stops at third. Sadie Hall, the hitter, pitch high. Hall, the Black Tornado catcher. Or Presley Lawton manning that position for several years. Now ground ball hit down to shortstop. Pitch across the throw across the infield. Gets away from Manuel. A run comes home. As Hall pulls up at second. She'll come out for the courtesy runner. And that will bring Riley Smalley into the ball game. To the top of the Black Tornado order we go. Hamlin awarded first base. And now Malia Taylor will hit. Runners at first and second. So I'm going to guess that was some kind of intentional walk because they just wanted no part of her. And I'll opt to work with Taylor, who's ahead 1-0. Nobody out here. Taylor hits it to center field. That'll bounce to the wall. 1 run comes home. And that is enough to finish the ball game as the 10-run rule kicks in. So North Medford comes away with a doubleheader sweep of the Grants Pass Lady Cavers. The Cavers and the Black Tornado, part of a 3-way tie for first place in the Southwest Conference. After today's action, The Black Tornado remained with just one. Now the Cavers have lost 3 in a row after they had lost to South Medford in a single game earlier in the week. So, assuming Roseburg, I think by anybody's admission, would be favored to win their doubleheader today. So I'm guessing by the time it all shakes out today, we'll have a two-way tie between Roseburg and North Medford in first place. Now it is the Cavers in third, South Medford but just behind them, and that doubleheader got postponed. So that's going to go ahead and wrap things up here. We thank you for watching this afternoon. The North Medford Black Tornado winning by scores of 13-3 and 14-4. On behalf of our executive producer, Joe Brett, and our cameraman, Mikhail, I'm Jim, and we thank you for joining us here on TableRockSports.net.